What's up, YouTube? Carn221 here, and welcome to City 17. I played quite a lot of matches. I just want to show you our brief stars here. Basically, 4 stars means you're level 90, 5 stars means you're level 100, and 3 stars means you're 80, 2 stars means you're 70, and whatever. So what I want to point out is that Bantersaurus, for their team, did, yeah, that was me saying that. Basically, he quit already, so I know there's an AI in this thing, but I want to show some real points here about the kind of the new cone of heroes here. So basically, that guy's Russian, and I don't know what that means. And I'm worried. Usually, when someone quits, someone else quits, and then it's like a lot of conflict necessarily. So I want to kind of talk about the idea. Well, that guy speaks Russian. Anyway, I want to talk about the idea of this map for 4v4. So basically, one person takes this victory point, and the other person usually takes the fuel. Or if this person can, on this left side, will take the fuel also. And usually, one of the two middle guys, like me or Sun, will help take the center. And then, same kind of thing on this side. One guy takes victory point and kind of helps hold this area, and the other guy support. Now, for me, I decided I was going to turn this into a stronghold, basically. I didn't think my ally, like, one of the great things with making this stronghold is you can put MGs and snipers on the sledge here. Anyway, I pretty much, okay, here's an example, right? So, do you see how they're taking a ton of casualties as we move in with our MP44s? They do have rifles, right? But point blank, I gotta close the distance. Now, these guys could win in a fight if they were at long distance. Wow, this game looks kind of epic on half speed. Anyway, I was actually doing that with my own cursor, making sure I could maneuver, because they were behind the building. That's one of the great things. Like I was talking about, I want to help provide some overwatch for him, so I got my MGs into this. It's a bad angle. So I got my MG into this building, which now I'll start taking some shots at these guys. You can see you just set up right there. I moved up a little bit too far, and he did have an MG here. Now we are fighting against the, oh, I guess Red is the AI. Never mind. Well, that changes stuff a little bit. Either way, you can see he has a sniper here. The German, I've been debating this about, you know, the Soviets have 2 snipers, right? And that makes them a lot more, the Soviet infantry, generally, you can take more casualties and not be as bad. You can usually keep your men alive longer. So you can see that they're starting to take shots at me, so I just switched my MG target to this guy, and they're going to pull back. You can see this guy's harassing quite a lot. He's going in the center already. He's already built fuel caches. Now, I fundamentally disagree with building fuel caches right next to the enemy. Like, why did he build this here? He could have easily built it back here or here. You don't want fuel caches right on the front line, because guess what? All I need to do is come in with the scout car with the auto cannon and destroy that thing, and it goes 200 manpower. Now, for instance, like, if you put this here, he better have troops along here, in the front, you know, he has to have some kind of, put it like at least a little bit behind his front line. Anyway, you can see me chasing after him. You can see as we close the distance on these guys, and they are in the negative cover of the road, that he's just going to have to fall completely back. And even now, we haven't taken a single casualty because he's kind of running away, but also just closing the distance, these guys' health is going down. They're losing quite a lot of men, and they might almost get wiped out. But my men stop. So I'm going to take back this point. I'm trying different builds, so as you can see, I've built a sniper. And I put him on don't fire. I want to use this guy, explosive round. Ooh. I basically want to use this guy to help harass. By the way, you can command your AI to attack here. And the AI has gone a lot better. Now he's pulling the sniper blitz, you know. I hate it. Soviet snipers used to do this. Like, they would have 2 or 3 squads. They'll just decimate your MGs, especially the earlier German MGs. You can see they're all hopping on the maximum. He's got to fall back already. So there's a massive kind of MG spam there. I got my Grenadiers, so we're going to try to flank around, you know. I'm not going to charge him in the front, because he has all his MGs and stuff there. And Even the AI's up there, so I'm getting my sniper into position. I want to put him along here to help take that fuel, and I do have my grenadiers kind of flanking around here. I want to help keep the fuel in our control. You can see I did upgrade now. So you can't throw your grenades unless you're upgraded. I didn't know these guys had sprint, which makes them a little I wouldn't say they're OP, but it does help these guys out a lot. So my sniper shooting, the computer's gonna fall back there. But when you turn your MG to fight me, now he has these guys as a threat here, and you should really throw a rifle grenade in there. You have to be. By the way, often they'll try to counter your troops. Oh, that's very dangerous. Those are emergency 1 now. Often they'll try to counter your sniper with mortars. Just keep them moving, because the mortars can't really do a whole lot of damage to you. Plus, they're going after me and him. So I'm taking this back over. If you look on this flank, a lot of MGs. This is a great building to keep your MG in on this side. Flanking around. In terms of light vehicles, I do think the German autocannon will utterly destroy this thing and kill pretty much everyone inside. Like, the Germans have an advantage on the scout cars. As you can see, I got the autocannon. So I'm going to use this to harass. I also have my sniper up here. Now you can see when they're in the... Sometimes when they're in like the bushes or whatever, like it cuts off their own visibility of warfare. So you can't really see a whole lot around them. And see on my own guys here, I'm going to move up and try to... Well, actually, I just use it on something else. It's a flamethrower. I should have gotten that. I'm sure he's going to pick it up. So, I'm really just... The only reason I have these guys that are taking like out is to throw some grenades in that building. I usually like to throw a grenade and then pull back. As you can see, we only threw 1 grenade there and we're under fire. I just got to pull back. So, you can see that I just got my autocannon ready, and I'm ready to start taking shots into this guy's house. The problem is it's bouncing off that fence there. So, the autocannon, like a couple of these are, I'd probably recommend 1 or 2 at the most, but you gotta use this as a scout car, it's not a tank. But as you can see, it is devastating these guys in the house. Just beware of conscripts with anti-tank grenades, because they can really hurt you. And I'm also using my sniper to take shots into this building. I really want to get rid of this MG, which I did. And now I'm shooting at the mortar. They're pretty good for getting rid of support. And I have to pull back my snipers, you can see, so. Now I'm trying to like move them around. So as you can see, I pretty much wiped out a lot of things. I say, you know what? Gotta pull back. Gotta pull back. You don't want to push my luck here, and I'm gonna pull them back. So you can see right now we're about 8 minutes in. We're starting to become a little dangerous to be this far in and not have any kind of tank, or at least be building like I decided to go. I was feeling pretty confident at this point, especially my own kind of fortress here. Look, they tried to kill my sniper, and somehow he's still alive. So they did accomplish their goal of pretty much taking my sniper out of the war for a little while until they built a bunker. But right in this point, look at that. I didn't know that the half tracks with the anti-infantry could just utterly devastate other light vehicles. So this guy just ran in here, and keep in mind, I have assault grenadiers. So these guys don't have Panzerschrecks. These guys, oh, they don't have Panzerfaust. These guys have Panzerschrecks, and so they just pretty much overran my stronghold, and are just gonna go like kind of crazy. I was pretty surprised they were able to blow up both my vehicles at that point. And he's just gonna like go on a rampage. It's just the computer, not the computer. Keep that in mind. And it's pretty vulnerable, especially a sniper. So all he has to do is move and throw a Panzerschreck at this guy. But as you can see, utterly devastating other light vehicles. So that's another great counter for the Soviets to counter the German light vehicle spam. It's just like going on and on. They're negative cover too. This thing is absolutely deadly. So he's using a lot of men. He had to pull back, but that thing's almost dead now. And there's a renewed assault from him. A lot of support. He has anti-tank, a lot of machine guns, and he has that now. I have my Panzerschrecks, and I know this thing's injured because I was watching. So my goal for these guys is to get them close enough to take those shots and then pull them back. I just want to get rid of that Veteran C2 half track, because that thing will come to haunt me. And I don't know why he moved it over here. Maybe he's expecting some kind of attack or something up the hill. But you can see his machine guns. He's not quite set up. He's messing up his own machine guns there, and all it takes is one shot to get rid of this thing. So we're gonna do that. Got him. Now I'm gonna pull back. As you can see, that green airplane is us flying. And it did get shot down by something. Ah, he used another one of these things. So he's delaying his own fuel source there. And I realized that I need to probably tech up again, as I am doing now. I have the bunker here. I'm going to make it a medic bunker. I mean, I really got to... I'm starting to try to do that because it keeps my guys in full health and makes me grind less gouges. And I'm like, really? He has another one? I just got to pull these guys back. They don't have a lot of health. So getting this bunker would be very useful. I'm going to have to abandon my position here. I tried to pull back, but it was a little too late, and I had a little too... and not enough health. So right now, I see I'm losing my stronghold that I tried to form here. The enemy, mostly because of, I can't pronounce that Russian name. Mostly because of Pink over there, they have been able to overwhelm our right flank, our left flank over there. Maybe let's do the snipers. I'm going to put a teller mine here and fall back. I figured I need a teller mine more there than I need medics. So I'm delaying my own medics, but that should help if any tanks decide to come through there. See, they have fortified. So we have this guy is kind of... K is pretty static overall. He's kind of like a front line here with his various amount of troops, but he's going against stronghold. He needs some kind of artillery or a mortar would be excellent at this point. You can see there's a lot of casualties around here. Anyway, here's kind of a fight of an example of a rifle versus some machine gun. I mean, I only had 4 of these guys and I was able to kill him, so he backed off. It's kind of like who's going to play chicken first and run away. You can see his guards did walk over the telemine. Telemines can only be set off by a vehicle. Otherwise, you have the S-mines, which are actually super effective. Like, these S-minefields, there's 60 munitions also, but like, you can put them on a point and it'll literally kill like the whole squad, like, because they're a bunch of bouncing Bettys, the nickname. I'm calling them by their nickname from World War II. So he's calling a lot of recon planes because of his doctrine. Let's see, that is really quickly. Definitely not that one. Yeah, so he's Jaeger armor. So he's using a lot of the recon. It's good to see what the enemy has so you can attack, not from, you know, attack. So I'm worried the center could fall again because I see that as the most vulnerable part of our line here. I'm kind of going to let him mess with this side. It's not like I've totally abandoned it, but I kind of have totally abandoned it. My allies are doing okay. I figure, you know what, they're pretty... Once you lose that hill, it's usually really hard to get the enemy to retreat from it. Anyway, so I have my guys bunched up here. Not the best use. I'm going to pull them back. I do want to take back over this point here. Keep in mind the telemines are still there. I could get a Stug 3 if I wanted. I want to start using some Stugs more often to kind of figure out how to use them. I've never really used Stugs. I've usually used the Panzer IVs. You know I love my Panzer IVs. Like, I've gotten 30 veteran Z3 crews. So as soon as I do that, they start taking back the center there, and I have my sniper, and I'm like, oh my gosh, get in the bushes, sniper. And you know, if he wants to run right towards my Panzer Strike guys, I'm okay with that. But look at this. Like, somehow he's like running around us and running us over, and like that guy can't get out of his way, and I'm just like, I'm not very happy with the results from that, of his tank just being able to like run around and run over my guys. And especially since I don't have any Panzer Strikes. So you can see just running me over, and it's really quite frustrating because I don't have a tank out yet. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what, you can get that. Look how close he is to the telemines there. How is that thing not dead? But I didn't realize this, but it did kill half his conscripts. So yeah, the T-34 is lucky it even lived. As you can see, I do have a medic bunker now. I am getting a lot of my troops healed. This is very useful, especially in Company of Heroes. You know, when your infantry, especially the new update with the infantry, well, I guess it's not so new anymore. With the infantry being like having a lot less hit points and health. It's very important you get them to be full strength like that. I still haven't gotten this bulletin. I'd love to get for these guys to kill 50 people, or kill 50. If they get 50 kills in a game, they get a bonus. And you can see my mech's going to try to heal his sniper, which he didn't take advantage of. So usually when one player has it, they don't. When me and Juicebox play, usually he gets it. Sometimes I'll get it as the Russians before Goat when I play with him also. So you can see they're going to try to harass us here. And I'm going to see that. And probably use my pioneers, or not. So we pretty much lost this side of the map. A lot of support, a lot of anti-infantry, a lot of anti-tank thing. His tank is getting repaired here. He's so lucky that tank didn't blow up. It really should have. Luck of the devil. So I see that, and I have these guys coming right back from base that I just healed up, and I'm gonna move in. You can see we're doing no damage at that distance, and now we're starting to do some real damage. Just trying to harass us, and you can see on this side. Oh, can I do that again? Oh my goodness, that's amazing. You can see they've actually pushed in and destroyed part of his base. Is he like friendly firing them? I think he's friendly firing Iga. What the hell is he doing? He's doing attack ground and firing at his own guys or his ally. That's a computer. Okay, anyways, you can see these guys tried to flank me. I did throw a Molotov on, or they threw a Molotov on that, or something exploded there. Oh, flames. So I'm going to pull my guys back. We were luckily just able to get out of there in time. We are having a big skirmish with these shock troops, which are a lot less deadly now. And I'm going to try to get him. So I'm clicking on my sniper, and he's dead. Now they're using this no, it's not overpowered. The computer's using that gun. I wonder why he blew up this guy's bunker. Or his command center, like, it's not nice. It's really bad. Anyway, and now we have this T-34, the same one. Once again, one hit. This could kill 3 friendlies. Oh my goodness, my own tank killed like my whole squad there. And I really want to take this guy out. And somehow we get our gunner kill and he's moving around. And I'm like, I can't believe we bounced off. And you can guess what's gonna happen here. This tank has 9 lives. He's just gonna run away. So that tank at this point was really pissing me off. Yeah, I can't believe my own tank killed 3 of my own guys. Like, killed most of my squad. Like, that's ridiculous. And this thing just gets to laugh and go ha 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 ha. You know, you can see our allies have pretty much overrun this guy. I mean, they're his tanks here, but he's not gonna be able to produce anymore. He was being a jerk and killing his allies' base, though. And then he says that, which is not good. So at this point, I realize, oh my goodness, there's probably something coming from that side. And he's a T-34 spam. Against this. I see that my ally is pretty much gone destroyed. He's upgraded the heavy Panzer Corps, but 4 T-34s is pretty bad. So literally out of the fog of war, you know, I'm just like, yep, it's just chilling, you know, but I was focusing on this. I see that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, 4 T-34s. So seeing that out of the fog of war literally scared the hell out of me. I see these guys, I'm building another Panzer IV. I'm not going to retreat my guys all the way back. I'm not watching my sniper, and he got killed by that. I'm trying to get these guys back. You can see we're pretty much retreating all our forces. Good coordinated assault by these guys, moving out with the MGs, and that half-track. You can see they're just running away from us, which is smart. I mean, we are in the middle of the open road, and we can't get a single shot off, except we get like 2 there. I called a light artillery barrage on this clumped up group here. We did destroy that. I'm going to fall back with my guys. I want to keep them alive. Flagship barrage is a little off. Shooting a little bit more to the right, but it did kill that half track, which is good. And they are really trying to... he's even using his Panzerwerfer before it died to launch barrage here. So we've been like... This usually doesn't happen where like you're doing really well mostly, and then Blue 4 T-34 show up. As you can see, there's an IS-2 over here. Once again, base is pretty much devastated. Allies are doing a good job, and all of a sudden, like, this stuff came out of nowhere. He's manning this and falling back. They did destroy his heavy Panzer Corps. Now that's a decent amount of fuel at this stage in the game. So he's gonna fall back. Now, if he had repair for his crews, that would have been amazing. So I'm trying to get around and try to flank these guys, but they have MGs right outside our base, which is not good. I don't know what he's doing with his Pioneers in the middle of the road there, but there's like some kind of artillery going in. It's never good to see that red thing. And it's, of course, you know what it is? It's a damn IL-2, I think. It's whatever that tank is. So we have our own. So we not only have that going, and we have a lot of machine guns. We're doing recon. Those guys are over there. It's like a battle in the sky. I don't have any anti-air. I'm not going to spend money on an Osman right now. You can see, like, I'm very happy that that target is going after these guys, which can just get healed. We're winning on that, and now there's like another counterattack from this damn veteran C2 T-34 that does not die. That's a really cool Panzer camo for that Panzer. And its rear armor got hit. I don't know how that worked, but this guy is, you know, just blitz out there when you feel like you're in trouble there. Once again, really going after us with that. Trying to move up and taking out some of these MGs. So, ambush. Why does it see there's an IS-2 right there? He is getting the rear armor though, which is good and important. It does give you a bonus. Because a lot of the shells seem to be bouncing off the front of these T-34s. So, Luck the Devil, still alive. Managed to kill one more tank, and he is going to try to fall back. Is there another tank right here? There is. Blowing up part of the industries over there. I just really want to see this tank die because I didn't get to see it in the actual battle. They didn't kill his other tank, did they? They have to go through this. He's going to simply turn around his guns, I'm assuming. So, with our ATs and my Panzer IV, I managed to push back these guys. They chose to withdraw. Kind of smart. So they did call a flames on that. He's very good at maneuvering this guy and keeping him alive. He's got to move up with that tank. He needs support there. Because, you know, that IS-2 there, I mean, that's like putting a Tiger against like a T-34. It's just not going to work. Especially with his rear armor exposed. So you can see we pretty much just push back, and we're having a lot of issues with these two guys. Orange, meanwhile, has rebuilt his base. Not really, actually. He's still getting tanked. You know what he did? He built it over here. Interesting. So now I have some of my own tanks, and I want to engage these Russians. I see them coming up. We're trying to bait them, right? I'm trying to, like, cut off their escape route here and flank up here, but at that point I realized it's going to be too late. He's already falling back again. We're taking shots at these guys, but only one of my lead tanks is there right now, and now the VPs are going against us, which really isn't good. He's pulling up his anti-tanks. And look, you know, you're a little cocky to bring your heavy artillery up to the front line with nothing but a mortar crew manned by guard riflemen. So look, I have my tanks maneuvering. I have these guys. I'm ready to take out his T-34 threat. And I move up, and guess what I see? Oh my god. I'm like, oh my gosh. Pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back. So he just left his guys here between our anti-tank guns and my own guys. He's got to fall back. I think he's focusing on something else right now. He's a little too slow, and he's already lost pretty much half his armor. Light artillery barrage goes in there. I wish I had done that, but I didn't. He's trying to maneuver back there. So we've taken out 2 of his T-34s. They are throwing fire on us, so I'm just going to pull back. I mean, I've killed half his force. And right then, I see him shoot off more of his rockets. And I'm like, are you serious? By the way, that was the wreck of my tank. So they are trying to get our base. I'm not going to stand for that. I'm not going to have you know, now he sees me. A little too late, bro. I'm going to try to get the other one, but because of the fog of war, like, he can't see past, and he wouldn't run over that wreck there. I'm like, go, 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 go. He's like, I don't know what to do. Left, right, maybe backwards, you know, like. So, he could have killed that, but it got away. And then I get butted, and I'm like, are you serious right now? And we're trying to take back one of the victory points. Oh, and then this guy gets a KB2. I'm like, okay. At this point I realized, you know what, the game is lost for the left side. Like, all my ally can do right now, I can try to help him a little bit, but all he can do is really, you know, hold them off. As you can see, his base is pretty... He's building this again, like, you know, he's got, like, build it over here where it's safer, relatively. I'm sending some more of these guys into the center of the map here. I do want to, like, well, we're getting destroyed. Like, I throw some grenades and I try to pull back, and they got completely wiped out there. It was not good. At least I'm preserving these guys pretty well, because frankly, these are my, like, these are what's keeping me, like, alive in this battle. I don't have a lot of Panzer IVs. Now my allies start getting some Tigers, though, and that should really help out with the fight against these guys. This house is getting pretty destroyed. One of the things that would be cool in this map, I mean, this is Stalingrad, right? If you let people, like, get inside here and man the windows. I don't know, it just seems like you could use that. It should be a non-entrable building. So, the smart thing is he has just as many Pioneers as he does tanks, which is recommended. And this son of a gun didn't learn his lesson and is bringing more of these guys up really close to the front lines. I'm like, okay, moving in again. You're a truck, we're a tank. And this time, I'm going right in for the other one, I think. He brings up the other one. I swear, if you can't see because of, I couldn't see because of fog of war. Look. Did I really not see that? I was like, no, you're not going to survive this. Anyway, I lost more of my men. These guys are doing really well with their light artillery barrage. You can see his KV-2. Like, it's pretty much up to my ally. I mean, it's devastating when you get this thing. You can wipe out artillery crews. So I'm going to pull back, keep this guy getting repaired. I'm barely keeping these guys alive. The only way I can get really secure this area is attack from behind like I did earlier with my scout car. I'm not going to use a scout car, obviously, but he's probably going to die here. He's moving up his Tiger. That's not very good either. They do have a lot of ATs. I don't know why he's not manning this one. Maybe it's one of the specialty engineers. And even now he's manning that, so he just lost specialty engineers. He's going to have to fall back with his Tiger, but he has done quite a lot of damage to them. I can't really help. I'm trying to man, like, my MG here. I'm going to try to help take out some of these ATs for him. Like, when I see the ATs start to move up, well, obviously we're all light artillery. That was my light artillery. I'm going to help my ally out here. And frankly, this will help my tank, too. I should really be moving up my tank at this point. I'm worried about repairs, so I guess I'm not, but that's the Tiger Ace. He's got this. Once again, continue just to kill those guys, and we wiped out both of those crews, including Emergency 2 crew. Very bad loss for them. And they still have one of those things. The computer's not really doing anything for these guys. As you can see, this side is lost pretty much. He's another KV-2. And the computer's even repairing his base. So I don't know about you guys, but I decided to take out that. Now I'm Energy 2. Oh, we rarely see this, but you can see this guy's going into kind of like ambush mode, which is pretty cool. So I'm feeling pretty good. I do have a lot of infantry up here. It'd be nice if I built a bunker or something. I do want to move up my MG at some point. I should take this over. This is a very good spot for telemines, by the way, as you saw earlier in the game. I'm recruiting more Grenadier squads. I'm trying to balance out my numbers here of infantry. I mean, they're about a little bit more than a Grenadier squad, but, you know, overall they're not too bad. So I see that scout car right there, and I'm like, screw that, goodbye. I gotta pull back. I failed to pick up that before I left. That's a very bad thing to do. Make sure you keep track of your heavy weapons, because now they have it, and they can use it against my tanks. Are they going to get that far, though? No, they're not. I'm trying to get a Tiger at this point, but I know the game's probably going to be over soon, so I'm not sure I can get it in time. I want to help counter these guys here, but frankly, it's just up to Panda here to try to fight this off. But you can see, like, I can't really block this. I can't really block that guy, you know. I mean, I have one tank myself, and I'm helping hold the center. I see this basically as... we own... Oh, look at that. Ooh, brutal. I see this as we hold this victory point. We're holding this one. That's where we're going to win. Anyway, I took out this crew there. I mean, I'm really about killing the anti-tank guns around here. They picked up some of their own, the Russian. They have DP. That's amazing. They have a DP. Anyway, the enemy's dropping quite a lot of light machine guns and DPs. I mean, they reclaimed the light machine gun from the Soviets. So the Panzer Ace is going to come down here and try to help. We do have a Panther. Panther's going after one man there. So they're going to try to help out there. I'm pretty much responsible for securing the center and our left, roughly around our left flank here. If you're smart, you can throw a grenade and actually kill those guys. I turned my MG around. It's weird how the, well, one, the computer dodged it, which is impressive overall, but I see a satchel charge. You better get the hell out of there when there's a satchel charge. It will literally blow up the house. And when they did that, I was able to actually see them. So these guys are starting to fall back. They have taken some casualties, but when they have the observer up there, they are slower. They're falling back to the original position. I just don't think these guys had enough infantry to help support them on their tank gains, and whatever that was going on where he was destroying, you know, this guy's stuff. I don't know if he wanted to do that, but concentrating all here, I mean, and somehow I'm like, guys, we're losing victory points. Like, hello, right here, there's a victory point. So our own ally there should have immediately taken that. Now with the tanks and the Tiger Ace over there, they can pretty much hold this. So you might say the computer screwed them in this game. I just think overall, destroying your allies' base would do that. And not being able to secure this side, that's what really did it for them. They're able to hold usually about one of these in the match. So at one point they were holding 3 when we were totally pushed back. They should have pushed their advantage. Like, so for instance, when this guy who had all his tanks and stuff, when he did that kind of botched attack, you should have just left them there. You should have gone over, and I've done this before. Like, I've attacked on one side and then come out on the other. You should have come out on the side and smashed their defenses on the right side. And be a good sport. I'm hoping this guy can get away, but he's not probably going to get away. Those tanks do have quite long guns. But they got shocked, though. Yeah, don't mess with the KV-2, they're an infantry killer. And look at this. My Energy 2 MG, my guys here, throwing stun grenades. Or you see people pin, you throw your stun grenades. You just had to fall back. And then my tank got a really nice hit there. It's almost, well, it didn't kill the friendlies, but that killed quite a lot of men there. You know, I'm moving up here. I want to help take out some of the tanks. I feel kind of bad, you know, that I haven't helped my ally in a whole ton. So I'm actually going to move in. I thought the tanks would be here, but he pulled them all the way back. He might know victory is ours. I don't know at this point. This guy was kind of like a jerk. I'm kind of happy he lost, you know, with that kind of attitude of what he said, you know. Now I get my tank. I'm calling it in. Where's my tank? I should be calling this in any second. There we go. There's my tiger. I always get tigers, but it's always like when the game's practically over, I never get to really use them. I need to kill one more T-34, and I think I need to kill a T-34-85, and then I've got like a bolted for those guys. So the tanks are coming. He just gave up. Honestly, he probably could have taken out a Tiger Ace. I do like what they did with the Tiger Ace, though. It cuts your resources significantly for a couple minutes. As you can see, these guys' resources cut pretty badly. His fuel and his manpower. But, you know, the fact is you can get him back eventually, so. Oh, it's destroyed, so it's not like a minute thing. I mean, that makes sense. If you lose your Tiger Ace, I mean, you put a lot of effort into that. So, they're about ready to surrender. They're just going to advance more into the Tiger Ace, and it's just going to have a field day, so. I'm trying to get my Tiger tank up there. Look, there he is. I mean, we have a lot of heavy armor. The Soviets do have some great heavy armor also. We're starting our general push here now. And then they quit. So I hope you guys enjoyed that game. Let's just quickly see the stats. Darn you, Twitch. Okay, cool, I'm down here. So I killed 125, lost 95. We killed a lot, and, you know, we didn't lose that much. And this guy was pretty much even. I mean, he was dealing with all that stuff, though. They lost. This guy went positive. They went negative by quite a lot. I mean, even the human guy, so. I don't know what was going on with that. Let's move away from that thing. I don't know what was going on with that kind of base kill thing, but that really hurt them overall. Hope you guys learned something. Sorry there's a computer. I can't control it all the time, but I thought it was kind of good to see how you could pretty much mess up with your T-34s. T-34 spam here, and how we kind of worked effectively as a team. Like, these guys are really holding this side, and then we kind of... I mean, even him just sending his Tiger Ace sword helps secure us. Like, that's called teamwork. I didn't see them doing that very much. They kind of clustered their base around here, and it was interesting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Going 2-1 signing off. Leave a like and leave a comment down below for what you want to see next. We do another Soviet gameplay, so we'll see about that. And I can't wait for Western Armies DLC.